What's up, people? How you doing? Today we are wherever this is, chilling. Still kind of wet. Today I want to talk about your dream life. Do you have a dream life? You probably did at one point, if you don't now. And if you do now, hold on. And if you do have a dream life now, can you walk me through your day? What does a day look like in your dream life, in your perfect life? If everything went the way exactly as you wanted it to, what would your life look like, right? And if you don't know what that looks like, don't feel bad. I think that's completely normal. Unfortunately, I think that's completely normal. And this is something that I've been trying to think about more lately in my life. As I've grown older, I feel like it's easy to put your own goals to the wayside because there's so many other things in the way of that. You know, when you're young, there's no limits. The world can be whatever you want it to be. Your life can be whatever you want it to be. But I think as we grow older, we get told by our experiences, we get told by our peers, we get told by our parents, our friends, family members. We get told that our goals are unrealistic, that our dreams don't make sense. We get told that we can't have all the things that we want in life and that we have to settle for less. That's the norm. Think about that. At one point in your life, you probably wanted to be an astronaut or like a firefighter, or you wanted to be, I don't know, you wanted to be like a Power Ranger. You wanted to be one of the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. You wanted to be fighting crime all day long, right? That was your dream. You would literally fall asleep and imagine yourself I forget what it's called. When they all combine, all the different Power Rangers combine. I don't know. I'll think about it later. The Megazoid, right? You imagine yourself piloting the Megazoid at one point in time, right? But you don't do that anymore because that's ridiculous. That doesn't exist. The Megazoid doesn't exist. Power Rangers don't exist. There's no bands of people out there fighting crime in a multi-dimensional purpose. You know what I mean? Our dreams get snuffed out by reality. Think about that. Our dreams get snuffed out by reality. So what things have you put on hold, or what things have you eliminated and told yourself are impossible because reality told you otherwise? At one point in time, did you want to travel the world? Why aren't you doing that now? At one point in time, I don't know, did you want to learn how to play an instrument? What stopped you? Did you want to learn how to sing? Did you want to learn how to dance? Did you want to just have, 2 kids and a wife and a white picket fence? What's stopping that from happening? What's the disconnect? What is your barrier to entry? I want you to take some time and really sit down and think, what would my dream life look like? And be realistic. And then I want you to take everything that you wrote down and double it, at least. We all, don't think that I'm excluding myself from this. We all think way too small. So we achieve less than what we want in life. If you were to open your mind, open your worldview, and dream 10 times what you want in life, even if you only get halfway there, you will still be halfway there. Imagine this. In my dreams, I want $1 million. What happens if I make $100,000? Okay, I didn't hit 1 million, but 100,000 is not that bad, right? 100,000 is not that bad. But let's say in my dream, I want $100 million. If I make $1 million, okay, I didn't get 100 million, but I did get 1 million. It's the same ratio. It's still 1% there. Actually, no, that's not, that math doesn't add up. I think it's 10,000 would be 1% of 1 million. But anyway, you get the analogy. The point is, when you dream about something and when you genuinely work towards achieving that dream, you will find that your mindset changes. Instead of having limiting beliefs telling you that I can't make $1 million, you start thinking about, how can I make $1 million? If your goal is to make 1 million, you might think about, okay, I'm going to go back to school. I'm going to become an engineer. I'm going to become a doctor. I'm going to be you know what I mean? I'm going to get a high paying job. I'm going to put my money aside into savings. I'm going to invest some of it. And then in 40, 50 years, I'll have $1 million in my bank account and I'll hit my dream. But if you want to make $100 million, I don't think there's a high enough paying job on the planet to make $100 million in a lifetime just off of working. So you need to think, how can I actually make $100 million? The only way to hit that goal is if you don't work for money, right? So I may have lost you. Let me reel it back. If you're not working for money, then what are you doing? How are you making money? You make your money work for you, right? What that looks like is, if I have $10, how much money can I make with $10? What if I paid someone $10 an hour to sell chocolates for me? Each chocolate they sold gave me $1. How many chocolates do you think someone could sell in an hour? Let's say we send them out into, send them out into a retirement home, right? And instead of chocolates, we're selling them sugar-free butterscotch candies. Cause you know, in retirement homes, there's nothing but sugar-free butterscotch candy. So you give someone $10 worth of sugar-free butterscotch candy and say, I need you to sell this. I'll pay you at the end, right? I'll pay you at the end. You have $10 to your name. Go ahead and sell as many of these candies as you can. If they sell 20 candies, then you can pay them their $10 because you've made $20. You can pay them their $10 and you have $10 left over. So that's something you could scale, right? You could pay multiple people at multiple different retirement homes to sell these candies for you. All of a sudden now, you're not working dollar per dollar. You're paying someone to work for their time and you're getting paid off the profits, right? So that's just an example as to how you can come up with a $100 million idea. I'm not telling you to go contract people to sell butterscotch candies at retirement homes, right? It's just an example. But the mindset changes. I will never make $100 million if I go to a job and I work for money. I need to get creative. So if your goal is nice big house, 2-car garage, 2.5 kids, wife, white picket fence, then you're going to attune your lifestyle to hitting that goal. If your goal is that you want to own an entire neighborhood, you want to own every single house on that block, and you want to be able to have your kids run around the entire neighborhood knowing full well they can go in and out of every single house on that block at will because you own it, who's going to stop them? That's a big goal. And if you buy 5 properties on the block, yeah, you don't own the whole neighborhood, but you got 5 properties on the block and you can do whatever you want with those 5 properties, right? And you'll find a way to find those 5 properties. So the question was, what does your dream life look like? But I think the real question is, how can you achieve your dream life? And how can you how can you condition yourself to dream bigger than you are right now? Because I'm telling you, when you're stuck in the here and now, when you're stuck in your day-to-day life, it can be hard to think past that. But I promise you, there's so much more out there. And as soon as you open your mind up to that idea, you'll start seeing opportunities all over the place. So my challenge for today, think about your dream life and then double it, triple it, quadruple it, and just work on getting halfway there. I think you'll surprise yourself with what you come up with. Man, it's starting to rain. I thought we were over this. It's starting to rain again. I don't like it, but hey, that's life, man. That's life. That's all I got for you today. Thanks for taking the time, and until next time, have a good one.